Our participation at different levels of peace processes is very important. And also there are certain projects that we can give to our fellow women that men cannot do. For example, housekeeping issues, some projects that give skills, certain skills to these women that have been affected. They are so important. I don't say that men cannot do so, they can, but in most cases, children will feel so comfortable to meet women and give them certain skills. Even women alone can also feel comfortable with females, especially the environment I worked in, where you find Muslim women cannot meet Muslim men face to face. They need somebody in the middle to transmit their messages. So it's very important that a female is present and encourages them to build confidence and talk out their issues. I thank you.
About my experience, I have a short story to share with you that I shared in May at the UN headquarters. And when I was in Central Africa, once I was doing a confidence building patrol around the market in downtown Bangui. And then when I was walking in the market, I met the woman selling the vegetable. And then I noticed that they have produces that's way too early for consumption or for selling. And then I asked them, why are you selling such, small products? Why don't you wait until the vegetables are fully grown and then sell it to the market and then get more benefit from that? And then they say that they did that because they needed to provide for the house, so that's why they harvested their produce early on. So, and then I decided to share with them the Rwandan way. How, after the genocide against the Tutsi, all the widows from the genocide decided to come together and then form cooperatives and then boost their economy and also bring hope and purpose in their life, because yes, the genocide did happen, but life continues. They need to find a purpose in their life. So I think because I share with them what we've been through, maybe some of them, because I was there for just an hour or 2 hours, maybe some of them think about that and then say, why not? So I couldn't have the opportunity to do the follow-up of what I share with them, but I think it's something I put in their mind. Yeah.
When I was in Burundi, I was one of, I think, 3 females with a group of engineers, and we had to rebuild a camp next to a village. And you notice that, well, especially the guys or the TIs from the Netherlands are very tall, very big. So it's you notice. Yeah, you've all noticed this, but you'll notice that that it's a bit scary and intimidating for the children and the women in the villages. But as soon as the women walk in, they'll come to you and try to talk to you. So you're way more approachable, and it's you get a lot of information from the people in the village because you're more approachable. So if you want intel or know what's going on, it's a good idea to have more female peacekeepers, because it breaks the ice, and the women over there in those villages are the pillars of the community. They arrange everything. They plan and they take care of their children, and they are the center of the community. So if you want to make some real changes, you need those pillars of the community to really make a difference and a change. Our group as well hired female workers so they could use the money they make to invest in the schooling of their children. So I think that's a very positive thing, and
know here in Rwanda, I don't know if you'll be here at the end of the month, we usually carry out a community activity of cleaning the city, cleaning our streets. So when we were in Darfur, we were able to talk with women and men on the importance of having such an activity, to go out and clean their city, clean their houses, their verandas, their compounds. So we are making such an activity with them, and the women felt so happy. They found it so empowering, in the sense that during the activity we could network, we talk to them, we share other different issues. Even the men were so like amused, and they were like, how is this done, and could we sustain it anyway? And anyway, but it worked out. And during the same thing, we could build even schools, primary schools, and also construct the economical stoves where they could use one firewood to prepare their food. And we felt that was so much important to them, and they also appreciated. Thank you.
The way it's important to note that these women who are in these conflict areas, they've got brilliant ideas, except they found themselves in these unfortunate situations. So in as much as female peacekeepers, we go interact with them and learn a lot of things, teach them a lot of things, we can learn a lot of things from them. It's not like we are talking to kindergarten children. So you give them the platform for them to bring out the ideas. Then you consolidate, because these are women who have got vast experience. They had a lifestyle even before the conflict. And so you talk to them, you reassure them that despite the situation that is prevailing in their respective countries, there is hope at the end of the day. You know, women actually, if as a woman somebody sees you to be maybe doing fine, you look at them as role models. So even them, they are motivated, for instance, to push the agenda for their children to somehow attain such kind of levels, to say, if this is a female from Zambia and she's at this level, what can prevent my child from being this? So you simply add, as a female peacekeeper, you are a force multiplier. You just add to what is already there. You just make it maybe big and better. About gender issues, female peacekeepers, we must not forget the very important roles that our male counterparts play in these missions. The truth of the matter is that a woman alone cannot do it. And according to the myths, the men can do it, but they need the support of women. So, like I think in Darfur, they were encouraging mixed teams, because a male person has got their role, a female has got their role. So when it is a combined effort, it brings good results. A female can go there and do what we have just discussed, but there's also a part that the male counterpart also has. It is very important that our male counterparts create that environment that will encourage a female peacekeeper to even work hard, to get motivated, that they are appreciated and they are adding value to whatever is happening in the field of operation. What is important is for us to eradicate or try to get away with these myths that the field of operation is too dangerous for a female peacekeeper. A female peacekeeper will run away on the first bullet. They are weaker vessels, they cannot do it. I mean, what is key is training. If we undergo pre-deployment training, we prepare for these operations, it means a female peacekeeper is equal to the task. So it's about the male, because this is a male-dominated field. So we are asking that for the few percentages we are hearing, 3%, 5%, give them the support, motivate them to even push on, because it's very important. And for our respective militaries, I think it starts from recruitment. You cannot just manufacture female peacekeepers from this level, just a major. You start from somewhere. So if we cannot recruit the females in these militaries, it's impossible to have a female peacekeeper. But if we have from our respective armies, we recruit, we give a certain percentage, like in our case, it's 30%. for the Zambia Army and the Defense Force in general, when you are recruiting, 30% is given to women. Women are able to take up the roles. It's not just being given on a silver platter, but you must earn the appointments, the positions through training, through what you're able to put in. It's not just about pushing the female, taking them where they cannot perform. But I know that there are a lot of females who are equal to the task and they're able to push. So for the men, let's give that environment to accommodate the female peacekeeper so that they can also exploit their full potential in the contribution of these peace processes.
I think it's important that the women that join the army are supported by their group. Everybody knows, all the people from the army know, if you're not supported by a group, it's really hard. I think we should focus on the fact that it's not all about muscle power. I think we should focus as well that women are very good in diffusing situations and looking at it from different perspective. But we need the support. The men need the support from the women, and the women need the support from the men. So we should all work together to get the best results. And I think that's one of the most important things. And I think I share the same meaning as my Zambian colleague. If women, if they get good training, they're up to the task. Yeah, so we should get equal chances. I think that's very important. So support and equal chances, and then we'll be fine. We'll rock it.
First of all, there are certain issues that are so specific to women that men do not know. So it's very important that they first have shared sessions, for example, on gender-based violence, on child abuse, on rape, on how to manage such issues. And when you get a broader understanding of the special concepts, then men will come on board to be advocates for female participation. Because really, when I was beginning, I said a softer touch. So if you don't have such training and you don't have certain broad knowledge about certain issues, so sometimes it's not that you don't want to support, but because you don't know what you're going to support to, then you may lie behind. But it's very important that we first share what is so specific that they should be in support of. Thank you.
I think to have the male advocacy for female in the army in general, start with us first. By our attitude, our experience, what we are doing, what we are making on the ground to make things happen. Only that experience, that attitude from us make them advocate for our presence in the army. Only from us and then to them. And then from that, they can share the experience they have with us on a peacekeeping mission or other kind of mission. I think that starts the male advocacy.
The fact of the matter is that challenges are there. These myths that you hear about, they are there. Sometimes you can be intimidated, even over things that you know. But stand your ground and defend what you know could be right. And I think men out there are also available to support you. Yeah, so firstly, I'm sure some of you are still young. Like I said, in 2004, I was a lieutenant, very vibrant as a platoon commander in Sierra Leone. I had no extra issues to think about. When I sit to reflect, the patrols in the jungles, what I used to do, sometimes I think I would say that was that time. Because this time I have to think of my children, I have to think about the husband, you know, that kind of thing. So put in your best, what else you can, especially as a young officer, a young soldier, young female peacekeeper. Because the challenges are real, you have a lot of issues to look at as a female. Male counterparts, yes, they can be missed at home, but not as much as a woman. By the end of the day, you have a career that you need to push. So When you go there, go with a positive approach, knowing that you are equal to the task, and go and pushing your best. Go and ensure that you go and reduce the myth in the area of operation by the way you are going to present yourself and the things that you are going to do in terms of your respective departments where you are going to be deployed.
I would give a simple advice to the pre-deployment team. The most important thing is respect for diversity. Because when you're still at home, you know you all maybe speak one language, same cultures, same beliefs. But when you go out there, you find different attitude, different people, different religion, different languages, although you have official language to use, but people are very different. So you have to respect each and everyone so that you may have a happy and joyful mission. Very important to respect diversity. You have to respect anyone, be male, female, irrespective of what they believe in, how they put on. Sometimes here in Africa, we believe in putting on something long for females, and you don't show off. And so you may get in the mission and you find somebody has put on a mini skirt, it's here, and then you say, what is this? Instead, you're offending that person. So we have to respect each and everyone, irrespective of what. Thank you so much.
Point I want to advise them is, first off, they have to believe that they can make change in any circumstance they are in peacekeeping mission. They have to listen to their gut feeling when they have to make a decision for anything. Yeah, only that.
As an advice I would give, have self-confidence, believe in yourself and your capabilities, and especially for UN missions, to get the best results, I think before you go, you need to immerse yourself in the culture that you are going to face. So you'll understand the common communication that lies beneath the surface, because then you'll understand the people you are talking to way better, and then get better results and get to the depth of the problems.